What is going on, everybody? This is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing is easy. Warriors and wenches, how y'all doing? God bless. How y'all doing? It's good to see you. Let me go ahead and dial the music down a little bit. If it was disturbing anyone, I apologize. We have a big stream for you today. We have a lot to cover today. So, yeah, buckle up. It's a big stream. It's a big, hard rant stream. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Do I have my drinks? I do. 1 second. I forgot my drinks. Okay. Alright, trying to make sure everything big and hard. We are staying big and hard. All night, all long time. Long time. It's how you like your rants, big and long time. Hey. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Let's see. I hope the music isn't too loud. Let me check, actually. I want to check that. I hope the music isn't too loud. I want to check that. I hope the music isn't too loud. I don't think it's too loud. Let me see. I always constantly worry about audio all the fucking time. Oh, I think it's boosted. That's true. I got the extension for that. I think 60% is good. I think 60 is always good. Yeah, I think that's a much better. Okay. I've been playing a lot of Manor Lords, so I got the ambient music. Hold on a second. Let me show you. So I play a lot, yeah. Oh, okay. No, I didn't. Anyway, sorry. I'm messing up my words here. Anyway, I play a lot of Manor Lords. It's addicting. I like to learn about how to, like, build up my place and everything. I think the game is very well made, and it's like, if I don't want to play KCD, but I want to relax and just make a city, make a town, this is what I want to do right here. Super excited about it. Super excited. But yeah, I'm a big, massive fan to it. Love the game. Fucking love it. But I'm gonna put it to the side. I'll put it right here. Yeah, that's about good. That's about right. That's what I meant to say. Hey! Okay. I think it's time to start this hard rant. What do you guys think? We have stuff to talk about that's pertaining to... We have a lot to talk about. We have Prozd Meltdown. We have things related to Tekken and the way their females look. We have something revolving around gamer girls. We have something to talk about with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, their new DLC. We also have something to talk about with GameSpot and Silk Song. I think we'll save that for last. And we also have something related to, apparently, what's her name? Pokimane? Pokimane has been... I don't know how, but a Pokimane has... owns... She's a co-owner of Evo. And, she gave it to Saudi Arabia. So now Evo's not like, oh, you can't do LGBT shit now. And I'm like, yo, it goes full circle. It's crazy. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But anyway, we're gonna die this down. Some music doesn't want to overpower it, because I did boost it. I feel like this is the new one. Since I got a sound booster, it's boosted. There we go. Yeah. Okay, that's much better. Alright, let's do it. Boom. We're good. Put this... Boy, if you don't put this shit over here, thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, let's do it. Okay. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing is easy. We are back with another hard rant. Sorry, it's been a while since I've been doing hard rants. There's a lot of games that I want to play, and I'm enjoying each and every one of them. Will I stop playing Lords of the Fallen? No, I will finish Lords of the Fallen before I even go to Lords of the Fallen 2. I think it's fair. I mean, I made it this far. I might as well go all the way. I'm just going to play it on my own. And it seems like not many people want me to finish. Not many people are excited for Metal Eden, so I'm gonna probably play Metal Eden on my own, and then I'll do pretty much a review on not only Lords of the Fallen, but I'll also do one for Metal Eden. So we're just gonna keep on going, playing games, and seeing how it goes. But besides the point, Warriors and Wenches, we're here with Vera Dark on a video with Prozd, melting down about, well, pretty much he's a voice actor, an Asian voice actor, and in the past he said that pretty much there needs to be diversity with characters in any sort of animation when it comes to voice acting for cartoons, or when it comes to voice acting for pretty much any sort of type of media, even with video games, where an Asian needs to play an Asian, or even with Southeastern or Middle Eastern Asians, it doesn't matter. He wants to make sure that the black person is playing the black person, the white person's playing the white person. That's how he would like it. He wants to pull that DEI agenda, and now, since he's in a project that doesn't do that, now all of a sudden people are pointing out the hypocrisy. And now he's melting down because people are pointing at exactly what he just said he was gonna do, and he's not following with it. He's not following suit. Now, so let's go ahead and hear Vera Dark talk about this.
When you have millions of followers on social media, people are bound to remember.
By the way, I think if you're trying to fit perfect example, if you're doing Black Panther, an animated series with Black Panther, it makes sense that you would like somebody to be not be black, but to have the accent of African Americans. That makes sense. But I firmly believe, this is my belief, that you can play any character depending on what that sort of, whether or not you're voice acting for a video game or a film or an animation studio or something like that. I think it's fine. If that's not the focal point of realism, then why you could have a black person play as a white person in an anime. Why not? You're just voice acting. You're not being seen. It's just your voice that they need.
Remember the opinions that you've had in the past, and if you change those in the future, you have to expect to be called a hypocrite, because that is exactly what you are. And right now, Prozd is melting down on social media, running from backlash that he himself created. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, when it comes to voice acting, I truly believe that anybody can voice any type of character. If you are black, if you are white, if you are Asian, if you are Indian, it does not matter, because if you can do a good job voicing a character, that's what should matter. It's very different from a live action adaptation where, yes, I do think you should not be casting a black Anne Boleyn. You should actually be casting based on the way that somebody looks, because you are actually seeing them in the project. But someone
perfect example would be The Last Kingdom. We're not talking about not only voice actors, but we're also talking about people within that area of it's definitely like Anglo-Saxon in nature. The Last Kingdom is definitely high in white people, white people, white people. It's just full-on Anglo-Saxon. The only time that they had black people in The Last Kingdom, there was Scotsmen, there was Christians, there was even Danes. The only time that they had black people was pirates. That makes sense. I like that authenticity.
like Prozd in the past, who is a YouTuber and a voice actor, had pushed for DEI agendas in voice acting and said, you know, to cast authentically means to hire actors who resemble or relate to the characters that they are playing, and that is a stance he held firm for years, until 2023, when he was unhappy reaping what he sowed, and he was complaining that the industry was now segregating roles by race. Though, fast forward to 2025, he has been cast in an inappropriate role based on
Western voice actor Sungwon Prozd Cho, unhappy reaping what he sowed, complains the industry is now segregating roles by race. Well, I mean, that's what you signed up for, right? Here's another thing. I'm okay with an animated or a live action of One Piece if it was all just a Japanese cast. No, I'm serious. I am okay with Japan putting an all Japanese cast of different characters. And One Piece has a crazy diverse cast of different people. There are men in fucking girls' uniforms. There are men completely naked. There's fish people. There's dragon people. There's all sorts of people. But I like it when Japan really focuses it in. Another perfect example would be Rurouni Kenshin. Now that's more realistic, and I am completely okay with doing a live action, which they did. They did a live action of Rurouni Kenshin, and it's a complete Japanese cast. I'm okay with both of those things. They don't... Listen, One Piece is not real. I mean, okay, I know somebody in chat's gonna be, One Piece is real, but no, I'm serious. What I'm trying to say is that there's different kind of people in One Piece, but I'm okay with the whole cast because One Piece came from Japan. It would make sense that, like, Japan doesn't really care too much about that whole thing. They just make what they want, and if they want to do a live adaptation, they'll put the whole cast as being Japanese. They even did that for a live action with Attack on Titan. It wasn't necessarily good, but the acting was pretty well done. You see what I'm saying? Where, as in with Prozd, he's advocating for segregated roles, and now he's upset that that he's not getting the job because, well, guess what? Some roles don't have Asians in them. You see, he's like, yo, man, I think they should be segregated. I think the Asians should play by Asians, and black people should play the black characters, and the white people will play the white characters. And then somebody came around and said, guess what? This is my show. This is my anime. This is my game. There are no Asians in it. And then this motherfucker realized, oh shit, I ain't got no job. That's what he's worried about. He's worried about fucking, you know, opportunities, when he's losing opportunities over his own bullshit.
On his ethnicity, and now
Rules
he
for thee,
is
but not for me.
running scared from the backlash. So I'm going to read this 2023 article really quickly so you can really see his stance. But I got an audition for a prominent cartoon where I was just sent the Asian character. Looking through the rest, I told my agent, hey, I'm happy to read for this, but can I read for some of these others? To which I was told all of those characters are drawn as white, so no. To add extra insult to injury, the character I got sent was labeled Middle Eastern, Southeast, or Southeast Asian, because, you know, they're all the same, right? You can just lump them all into one. My agent told me that this is...
Yeah. Just like we lump all the white people together. Yeah. Just like we lumped all the black people together. What, you think there's just African? You think there's just African American? You don't want to think about Kenya, Nigerian, Egyptian... No, you're playing a black character. What? Exactly. That's exactly what they do. Not only to Asians, but they also lump that with white characters. There's Scotsmen, there's Irishmen, there's fucking New Zealanders. All these people. Like, this is your world. They brought you your world. You wanted. Oh shit. Listen, give the Asians the Asian jobs. It wouldn't make sense if a white person was played as an Asian. And then they said, listen, you're gonna play the Asian. But what about these characters? Just the Asian, please. Hello?
Just how some major studios are doing things now. But of course, he ended with saying, oh, you don't want authentic casting? If your entire main cast is all white and you have one token side character who can apparently just be any type of Asian ever.
What did I say? What did I say? It's all about him losing opportunities. This has not what he said before with DEI agenda initiatives, where he just wants to be like, oh man, well, it makes sense if the age... See, I like how he went from communist to capitalist right off the bat. The communist part was like, put everybody in a box. If you're this, you have to remain with this. If you're this, you have to remain with this. And then they came out and said, listen, we just changed things for you. You're this, so we're gonna stick you with this. Well, I want to be this. I want to be a bot. You know, I want to be the white character, the black character. No, you can't, because we're doing the thing that you wanted. Congratulations, you played yourself. And now he's all like, oh, my opportunities, they're gone. See what I mean? He had the option to be a complete capitalist and be like, hey, more opportunities for voice actors if I can play whoever I want. And then he just realized, oh shit, this has nothing to do with him being Asian. All this has to do with him is him losing what's the word I'm looking for? Opportunities. That's it. He loses opportunities. He loses out on fame and money. That's it.
This is not a level playing field. So he was very clearly upset with the fact that he could not audition for certain roles, even though in the past he had advocated for voice actors being cast in roles they could technically play in the real world.
See, you just played a fucking raccoon. You played Ratatasker in God of War Ragnarok. Not many people can say this. You have a unique privilege that brings you into the forefront of many access media. You are well known. You have 4 million subscribers. You need to fucking tone it the fuck down and realize that you got a good thing going here. And then he comes back and he's just like, ah, shit. Oh, fuck. It's like I'm losing opportunities over my fucking dumb thinking. Well, yeah, of course you are.
But now that he's been hired to voice act a white man in Knights of Guinevere, he feels like he is untouchable. He's got 4 million subscribers, hundreds of thousands of followers over on X. He thinks that he can do no wrong, and well, everybody else disagrees. Every single post about Knights of Guinevere is being absolutely ratioed and raked across the coals for this decision. Hypocrites, why are there Asians playing white people? That's racist. Oh, it's that kind of show? Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, no. Just no.
Why are Asians playing white people? Kind of hypocritical. Not cool. That Asian guy is playing a non-Asian and non-lardass too. I'm offended. He is already
non-lardass. He said this. He said, you should play something that's literally you. I thought that was the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard. I would like to voice act. That would be a strong privilege to me. And for him to say that, I cannot fathom. Not only does it harm, if I wanted to voice act, I would never say what he just said, because not only do I lose opportunities because now I could only play black characters, it also doesn't make sense. If I want to hire a black person voice acting a white person, I can. If I want to have a white person voice acting a black person, I can. Why would you take away that opportunity, that option away from people that are making, certain, media?
Turned away most of the
or
potential audience, which, yeah, I mean, this is an absolutely massive controversy now, and I really don't think that this is going to go particularly well for this series. I think that it's probably going to be dead on arrival at this point, but I had just commented on his post, rules for thee, but not for me, and I got blocked, and that's when I realized tons of people were getting blocked.
You're a grown-ass man. Twitter is not a real place. Twitter is not a real place. You're a grown-ass man. Suck it the fuck up. You're well known, so a lot of people are gonna know you. Suck it the fuck up. He's extra woke, so I don't know why didn't he just stick to his beliefs. That's exactly what I mean. See, people are okay with people that they disagree with, as long as you stick to your guns. The thing that people really despise are flip-floppers. I hate flip-floppers. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? A perfect flip-flopper is like, oh, the LGBT is, live, laugh, love. We're all live, laugh, love. We respect other people, even though we have disagreements. And then these motherfuckers just come out and fucking start burning Teslas. And I'm like, the fuck is this about? The hell is this? A cause and a ruckus at a Christmas, not a Christmas, but a Christian concert, a Christian event. And then all these LGBTers are just all like, live, laugh, love, let people do what they want, my body, my choice. And then they go over to a Christian concert and then they fucking start playing the kazoo. And I'm just like, yo, if you're going to be live, laugh, love, and, you know, you can be whatever you want, and you know, do all this sort of freedom fighting, then stick to what you're saying. Don't say, you see what I mean? Basically what Prozd is doing, where either two things. One, Prozd, you stick to what you said, and you keep your head up. You don't take any other roles except the Asian roles. It doesn't matter which kind of Asian, just the Asian roles. As a matter of fact, if you want to one-up it, take all the Asian fat roles. That's right. All the Asian fat characters, you will take only those roles because this is the reality that you set for. Or you can have a conversation with people and be like, you know what? Maybe what I said was wrong. Maybe I had it wrong. Can somebody please enlighten me? And maybe anybody can just play anybody, depending on whoever the creator or the entertainer is. You know, maybe we should be more wide open and, you know, try other roles if you would like. It's like, maybe I was wrong what I said like a couple of years ago. Those are the two options. Don't just come out and be like, let me block everybody on the internet, because I think that's fucking retarded. I think that you're gonna put yourself protected. You're gonna give yourself a blue check mark, and then if I remember correctly, he's also saying that he's gonna move away from Twitter, and he's like, I'm done with Twitter. That's what she's gonna say it here in a minute, but when she mentions it, I wanna say something.
He was going on this spree, trying to silence anybody with any opinion he didn't like, and then he turned and ran. He made a statement, and now he's saying, well, I'm leaving social media because you guys are being far too toxic. So it says, hey y'all, this will be my last tweet on this platform. I will no longer be using Twitter after this, which, by the way, just goes to show his opinion on this platform, and of course, inevitably on the
He's not gonna leave. Okay. He's not gonna leave Twitter, okay? He'll be back later. You don't just put your fucking... You got the blue check mark. You put your profile as in protected. You start blocking people. You know exactly what you're doing. Chat, do you know what he's doing? Basically what he's doing is he's going to come back 2 months later when the dust has settled, and then people that disagreed with him totally forgot what he was talking about. He'll come back later. He's just laying the groundwork for when he comes back later and things chilled out, that he's going to come back to Twitter and be like, oh yeah, you guys forgot about that? No, nigga. We're not going to forget about it in 2 months. We're not going to forget it in 6 months. We're not going to forget what you said at all.
State of politics, because typically when people intentionally call X Twitter, it's because they don't want to acknowledge it as X. They don't want to acknowledge Elon Musk's ownership.
It doesn't matter. You got a blue check mark. You're giving Elon Musk money. Shut the fuck up. Listen, when you suck my dick, do not give me that face, because you chose to suck my dick. You see what I'm saying? You chose to suck my dick. Okay? You chose. This is not me putting a gun to your head. You chose to be on X. And then you chose to pay monthly for a blue check mark. So I don't want to hear anybody saying like, well, I don't want to call it that because of Elon Musk. You're Elon Musk's bitch now. Until you get rid of Twitter completely. Okay? Don't do this. Don't do this. Even if you steer, even if you want to be a complete adult, like level into adulthood, because maybe not everything is about Elon Musk or Trump. Maybe, I don't know, just believe that you're an adult and just move on. The Elon Musk and Trump are people too. Stop. I don't think he's doing this, but there's a possibility that he's just like, well, I don't want to call it that because it's, you know, I don't want to call it X because I don't like Elon Musk. It's like, Miss me with that bullshit. You're a grown-ass man. Stop saying weird shit like, oh, I don't like that guy. But you're gonna be on here giving him money. Okay, just stop.
They typically disagree with his stance on politics. Sure, we all still call them tweets or Twitter by accident, but he very intentionally is calling it Twitter here and saying it's an awful place. If you look at the replies on my latest announcement tweet, you'll see a lot of comments like this. This has been going on for years now, and while the normal procedure has been to block and move on, I truly don't think Twitter is worth it anymore.
Wait. Go back to what you just said. Did you say it's been going on for years now? So let me get this straight. The online hate, which is literally nothing. The online, because you're a man, suck it the fuck up. Okay? Yeah, you have 4 million subscribers on YouTube. You gotta realize that there are gonna be people that disagree with you. If you were a man, you would realize this. If you were even a person, you would realize this. That the world doesn't fucking revolve around you. So when you say something like, yeah, Twitter's been bad for years now, that means you're a masochist bitch. Okay? Okay? Some of us who know that Twitter can be kind of bad, but it can also be kind of a good place, and there's also some freedom of speech along with Twitter, know that and they also know that Twitter is not a real place, that they can get off Twitter and then move about their real life. That's what most people do on a regular, without even thinking it. They know that Twitter's not fucking real. But you, Prozd, who's got 4 million subscribers, I get that you get a lot of people that hate you, but you get a lot of people that like you, and you gotta realize that you gotta even that shit out and be like, you know what? Just people will be people. It is what it is. I'll just move on. Me blocking everybody's not really gonna do anything. It's just gonna make me look stupid. You see how normal this sounds? Who wants to block everybody that dislikes you or says mean things on the internet? That sounds fucking exhausting. That's like if you have pet ants, and you have a whole bunch of ants in the container, but you see some bad ants, you're trying to pick out the bad ants. They're like, oh man, these ants are causing a problem in my ant farm in my room. Let me get them out. That sounds fucking exhausting. He's like, oh, I need to get that one. I need to get this one. There's like 100 ants, but I need to find the bad ones. This sounds fucking exhausting. It almost sounds like he's a fucking masochist. It's like, oh man, Twitter's been bad for years. Then why the fuck haven't you left if it was so bad? Maybe it's because you find opportunity with Twitter. I don't know.
You are somebody who has millions upon millions of followers, and your first response truly is to block. Why not just shut off your phone or not look at social media? It's like he had blocked me. He had blocked so many individuals commenting at him. His block list must be full at this point. In the past, I have expressed that I think diversity in casting is important. It's a complicated topic, but at the end of the day, I still...
Wait. So you're still saying it? So you're still saying it even now? You haven't changed their stance on anything. Diversity in casting is important. What do you mean? Tell me, what do you mean? Diversity in casting. And then we see what he said before, where he's just like, oh, the black people should play the black characters, the white people should voice act the white characters, and the Asian characters should play the Asian characters. And then in 2025, right now, you're saying, oh, I would like to play not only... By the way, if you just watch a little bit previously, he got a position to play one of the Asian characters, and then he said he would like to play more additional characters. This motherfucker thinks he's so fucking entitled that he can voice act multiple characters for that set of entertainment. He's like, oh, I'll play this Asian character, but I can play more if you let me. And I'm like, nigga, who the fuck do you think you are? You're gonna play this? If I was able to voice act in a video game, I would be ecstatic just to play one character. But you're over here fucking... You're being exactly who your body is. You're being fat. You're getting fat. Oh, I want to play this character, but I would also like to play the white characters, and they tell you no, and then you get up online, and then you bitch about it. Go fuck yourself.
Stand by this.
Glutton
I
ass
think that it's
bitch.
important for all voice actors to be given equal opportunity, but that's not what he argued for in the past. If we want
to talk about equal opportunity, why did you want to play multiple characters? Why did you want to play multiple characters in that set of entertainment? We're talking about equal opportunity, right? Well, I think every person should play at least one or maybe two characters. I mean, in Simpsons, there's a certain person that voice acts multiple characters, so that sort of thing is normal. But here's the thing. Here's the kicker. When it comes to voice acting, you voice act one character, and then you ask. You say like, hey, do you need help with any other characters? You don't say like, I'll play the other characters. You see the difference? It's like, hey, I'll play this Asian character, but if you would like, I can play other characters if you would like. It's like, no, we're good for you to play just this one character to keep the authenticity. Okay, that's cool. But not for this guy. Not for this guy. He said, let me play this Asian character, I'll do it, but I can play those over there and those over there. No, he's saying everyone but white people shouldn't be restricted by skin. You are absolutely correct, Big Large. You are absolutely correct. Because we're not pointing at the black characters in entertainment, we're pointing at all the white characters. That's what he wants, because like he said before, there's not enough Asian characters, and he feels like he's missing out on opportunities. So he would like to play the white characters because, I mean, white people, you know? You know what I mean? It's like default, you know? You're absolutely right.
truly sitting here and talking about how anybody should be able to audition for any role in terms of voice acting, I would say, okay, that's fine. I'm truly not bothered when somebody who doesn't look the part is voicing a certain part if their voice fits that character, if their accent or the tone of their voice fits that character. It doesn't bother me at all whatsoever, but it previously had bothered him. This was not the stance that he had.
Genshiken says, then you have English voice-over actors who do Japanese anime characters. That happens a lot, actually, especially with, like, Hoyoverse, or even, like, gacha games. There's a lot of stuff like that, and that's fine. People like that sort of English voice with a lot of anime, and that's fine. They sound great. You see what I mean? They sound great. But when you come out and say like, oh, I should do these characters, he's like, I know they're white, but I should be able to do these characters. No, you don't fucking deserve that. He's like, relax your privilege.
Argued that it needed to be authentic casting, meaning you had to look the way your character did. But now that he is, of course, big in the industry, he feels like he's untouchable. So
he's big in the industry, all right.
Roles as, you know, characters that he really is not.
He ain't gonna play any characters in Marvel Rivals.
He says that he thinks that there's been positive change on that front. A lot of bad faith arguers have tried to think this is me saying I've never said this. He could have just re-clarified his stance on social media and made another post, because yes, ultimately over years and years people's opinions are going to change, and I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt that maybe his stance changed a little bit and he's willing to clarify and like have a conversation with people. But instead he posts that he's got this role. He blocks anybody that's criticizing him. He makes a meltdown post saying he's leaving the platform, and then he locks down and protects his X account.
You're coming back. You're coming back. Why would you protect your account if you're done with X? That seems like a little bit of extra work. You're like, you know who you are? You're just like pirate software, Prozd. You're just like pirate software. It's like, oh man, all these people are fucking hyped up on social media. Why is it that every person that's saying like, oh, you guys are hyped up on social media, you guys are always on your phones, why is it always those motherfuckers that are the ones hyped up on social media? Every single time. The stuff that I say on Twitter, I don't give a fuck. I don't care what I said. I don't care. I'm not gonna block you. I'm not gonna do... Now, if there's somebody that's doing something nefarious, like trying to dox people or something like that, or actually trying to cause real harm, please don't do that. I don't stand for that shit. I would block you. Everything else is like, oh man, well, I think Prozd is a doo-doo head. And then you block the person that calls you a doo-doo head. Stop. Stop. It's too... You need to realize not to use so much energy on social media. It will exhaust you the fuck out. Do not care. Let's continue. He's custom character is a vending machine, get it? Because he just stuffs himself with food. I like that one. That was good.
Because he's facing so much backlash. That is just a PR nightmare. You would think that somebody that is this big on social media would do a little bit better. He said, I have been reluctant to address this for years because I know a lot of people will not listen to reason no matter what I say, and I have not wanted to...
I have been reluctant to address this for years because I know a lot of these people will not listen to reason no matter what I say. If you have something to say, then just say it. Quit being a fucking bitch. Just say it. Just say it. I would like this when it comes to voice acting. I would like this when it comes to entertainment. Just say it. What? See, I cannot stand people that only want to say something when everybody agrees with them. I cannot stand that shit. I like it when somebody says, I have an idea, but you're probably not going to like it. And I'm going to be like, all right, go ahead and tell us. Well, I don't think anybody's going to like it. Then why the fuck did you mention it? Why the fuck even bother? Why the fuck say it later? Why mention it? Why don't you just put your chest up and then just say what you gotta say, and then maybe we can all move on. And then somebody will be like, oh, I agree with you, or oh, I disagree with you, and then we can have some sort of debate and a conversation about it. Because you're over here trying to, like, you're trying to do these... You know what? This is a perfect example of somebody trying to put a filing cabinet inside of social media. You cannot file cabinet your own social media account. There are going to be people that agree with you, disagree with you, hate you, and like you. And you need to suck that shit up and then just realize, maybe I should just say it and see how it goes. And then you can have a conversation there. Okay? It's like, oh man, I'll only say it if everybody agrees with me and nobody says anything negative at all. God damn it.
Add to the ongoing drama, Twitter especially is a cesspool for hatred, and it's been awful.
Not a cesspool for hatred. It's well, people will hate you, like I said, and then there's people that hate you, and there's people that like you, and then there's people that are indifferent. They don't really care about you. You gotta realize that the world doesn't fucking revolve around you. Okay? You gotta this whole like, oh man, hate. No, nigga, you need to worry about the people that don't care about you. And even that doesn't even fucking matter. Like I said, you need to just say what you gotta say and stop doing this over-analyst sort of bullshit with social media and just say what you gotta say.
These past...
I need everybody to agree with me. I need no nasty people. I need no negative feedback. I want everybody to agree with me, and I want everything I want. Me. This is why, bro. What Genshin said.
Few years now, he is saying that a lot of people won't listen to reason and won't listen to his opinion, but he's not offering it up again. He's not actually trying to have a moment of genuine conversation.
See what I said?
And offer clarification. That's not what he's doing. So he's sitting here saying, of course, poor me, I'm a victim, everybody online is being so mean and so rude to me, when really he's the problem here. He could have clarified his stance again.
How do you block Legacy Killer? How do you block Legacy Killer? Legacy Killer is a nice dude. What the fuck? Yeah, what Genshin said. An opinion on the net is just a blip. No one cares. They will have that conversation for literally an hour, and then they'll you want to know how quick that I know that it's all a blip with any conversation you have on social media? We knew that conversations on the internet was just a blip back in our Call of Duty Modern Warfare days. We'll have a spatting match with a person that's on your team, and he said the N-word, and then you said the C-word, and then you guys are yelling at each other, and then there's this one girl that's just saying, guys, please stop, and then we say, shut up, bitch, go back in the kitchen, and then the game ends, and then we just play another match. That's when I knew that none of that conversation really fucking mattered. It didn't matter. None of that sort of the conversation. It doesn't matter. It is not. You need to stop making every conversation on the internet some sort of political sort of like oh man, since we're having a conversation and a thread about this is the most important thing in my life right now. When in reality, nigga, you gotta pay bills. You got kids to take care of. You have an inspection sticker to get right. You need to do that shit. He's like, get back in the real world. Come on now.
Could have been much nicer, I guess, about it ultimately. And
yeah, I miss it too.
People probably would have given him the benefit of the doubt. Like, okay, well, maybe this wasn't his original opinion, but it's a solid opinion now. But he's not actually doing that, and of course he deserves all of the backlash that he's getting because he's not clarifying. He's not trying to have a conversation with anybody that has a different opinion or is questioning his stance. And well, as you can see from all of the posts that I've shown, they're all getting negatively ratioed. He doesn't have a lot of supporters online, that's for sure. This is just my one thread. LOL, he's blocking everyone. What a meltdown. 700,000 views, which is crazy. And there are tons of people saying things like Womp Womp didn't follow what he preached and is now running with repentance. I don't know, he has a point. Only Japanese people should voice anime characters. The entire US dubbing industry should be shut down. Now, technically, right, most anime characters are not even supposed to be Japanese. There are a lot of anime and manga artists out there who have said, nah, I didn't really imagine them a certain way. I just kind of came up with this art style and I'm following this art style.
Yeah,
and
that's
I like
true.
it. But, you know, I
Here's a good one. There's a lot of anime where some anime touches on characters, like perfect example, Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga is taking place in, I believe, Denmark or Norway. You know, it's focused on the Vikings and farmers. All the characters are played by Japanese people because it was made in Japan. What we're supposed to find all? We're supposed to find all the Viking Japanese people? I need some Norwegian Japanese people. Does this sound ridiculous? Yes, it does sound ridiculous. What about Berserk? That doesn't take place in any sort of area, but it does have a sort of Anglo-Saxon sort of not Middle Eastern, but sort of a European sort of stance when it comes to Berserk. Well, it's the whole cast is played by Japanese people. Should we have gotten white Japanese people? No, because none of it matters. It doesn't matter who you are. What matters is if you can play the part.
I think we can all agree that if we were truly going for accurate or authentic casting, most anime characters, would end up just being Japanese. Dude is a classic hypocrite. Racism for thee, but not for me. Laughing my ass off. What happened? Guy can't take responsibility for the damage he himself inflicted on the industry. Always be very careful about what you are advocating for, because ultimately, one day, it can affect you too. And as we saw back in 2023, he was starting to already face the repercussions from his actions. He was unhappy, reaping what he sowed. He was complaining that the industry was segregating roles by race. And ultimately, I didn't feel too bad. He was truly getting what he deserved. So it will be interesting to see if over the next couple of days, if he makes another statement. It wouldn't even surprise me if he like made a YouTube video and was like, oh, you guys are all being so mean to me. And I'm going to try to clarify my stance, and it's going to be like the worst apology / addressing video.
/ not apology. Basically, this all stems from what he said before, where he said this. Where is it? Where he said, he says to cast authentically means to hire actors who resemble or relate to the characters they are playing. That's all this stems for. He had a conversation. It's like, listen, if anybody that resembles you like this, I'm not watching it. I'm sorry. I don't want to see a character that's just fat and one of his fat and barely can see through his eyes. Okay? I don't want to play a game with that. You said resemble. Did you know that you played a rat? You know you played a fucking squirrel or a rat in fucking God of War Ragnarok that chases nuts? That is that the resemblance? No, but you took that job. That was not a resemblance of you, but you took that Ratatasker job. Why? Because you wanted to get paid. Capitalist wins all the time. Maybe he should have started off with the capitalist option and said, you know what? I would like to play any part. And then nobody would bat an eye. Nobody would bat an eye if he said, oh man, I would like to play many parts. You mean it doesn't have to be Asian? I can be white, black. It's like, I would like to play any parts. Like it naturally should be. Because now he knows that it's like, oh, I could get these positions. You know, I can get a job regardless of the character. Because I'm voice acting. But no, he fucked himself. Anyway, this is another hard rant with Vera Dark. Let me go ahead and share this with you guys if you would like to watch this yourself. Very, very, well, you reap what you sow. There you go. Alright. Unbelievable. We're actually going to talk about something actually related to that a little bit later. No, we're gonna do it now. We're gonna do it now since it's related to what was said before. Voice actors take whatever role they can get. It's basically this: money is money. Money is money. That's all. As long as you can depict that character in the way the director, writer, or, you know, whoever envisioned that, then that's just how it's gonna be. If you start doing this whole thing where I think the director should do what I tell him to do. No, you're just a voice actor. Calm it the fuck down. Slow it the fuck down. Back it up. Back it up. Stop. Okay. I'm gonna relax a bit. Let me get some water because I talked a lot in that one. I talked a little bit. Let me go get some water. Need to calm down on the soda. Ugh. Change it like that, yeah. A little bit. Yeah, I know how to do that. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's start this. Woo! Let's do this. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. I hope everybody's doing good today. I hope everybody's doing good. Should we continue? I think we should. I think we should. Tekla over there. Actually, Tekla's my first follower on Rumble. We have a Rumble, by the way. If somebody is interested, I will show it now. I do have a Rumble if somebody's interested in following. Follow at your own leisure. Appreciate you. Let's go ahead and continue. Let's do this. Oh. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode where nothing is easy. Warriors and witches, how y'all doing? And God bless. We have another hard rant for you today. This one that kind of struck me as something that I need to talk about because I think it needs to be said about gamer girls. Now, I'm not talking about the gamer girls that like to show their ass and titties and they want to hold their controller. I appreciate you showing me all the skin, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about actual gamer girls that actually play video games, and then they realize that this is actually predominantly around men. Most video games, it is 80% men and 20% women. That's just how it is. That's how it's gonna be. That's how it'll always be. Just like romance novels. Romance novels are predominantly women, and it's rare to see men in romance novels. Not romance novels like manga and light novels from like Japan or something like that. I'm talking about those cringy like rosy novels where it's just like it's a story about a woman trying to run away from her husband and get with Fabio, and Fabio is like a knight from another land, and you know he's like, oh, he's got like a six pack and he's got a 16-inch dick, and I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Those novels, okay? Like there's a place for men and there's a place for women. There can be a place for both, but do realize that where you're at, okay? Don't try to Don't try to, recreate like recreate the wheel. It's just how it is. This is Peach. She is a Twitch streamer. She says, I just want to show you guys how draining it is to play Face It as a woman these days. It's rare to have women play these games, but yes, you are playing this game and this is what you like. It's not rare, it's uncommon. I don't want to go rare. I'm talking to, you know how rare is always purple? Uncommon is what I mean. I'm talking about like blue. Not, well, uncommon. I'm talking about rarities here, right? Common is always white. Uncommon would be like green, and then there would be one that is epic, and then that would be blue. So I'm not gonna say epic. I'm fucking around, okay? But basically, it's uncommon. But they are there. But you gotta realize that it's mostly dudes. So, there are only two things that you can do in this situation that I will explain later. Yes, I know these guys will likely get banned. Yes, I have reported them. No, you don't have to tag Darwin, but it's getting draining. This is over 50% of my games these days. Banning these types of people only goes so far. What else are you... What do you mean? You're doing the same thing that Prozd is doing. Banning's not going to solve anything. It's not going to solve anything. Just mute them and then play the game. Or leave and don't play the game. Or third, and here's a third option, ladies, if you're out there and you play shooting games, I need you to know something. I have something to ask. Ladies, when you play these games, do you already know what they're gonna say to you when you already know what they're gonna say to you when you open your mouth and start talking in voice chat? You already know. It's like, oh, girl, you should go back to in the kitchen. Listen, men are not smart with their jokes, okay? I mean, no, men are smart with their jokes, but when it comes to like Call of Duty and stuff like this, or like Rainbow Six Siege, they're not really smart with their jokes. When they hear a girl, they say the exact same thing. You should come prepared with the backlash. You should already know what to say if they tell you to go back into the kitchen. You should already know what to say when they mention like, it's like, oh, show your feet pictures to like, to your 5 fans or something like that. Do like that one girl did. That one girl there was this one Twitch streamer. I think she was a redhead or something. And some guy told her to get back in the kitchen in a shooting game. And you know what she said? She said, I'm going to fuck your dad and give him the son that he truly deserves, that he'll truly respect. Everybody in chat laughed at him. Everybody did, because this is where she already knew what to come with. She came in with the quickness. She already knows how guys react, how guys act. When women go into video games, you have to either not play the game, mute other people, or have ammo. You have to have ammo with your talking. You have to be ready. It's like, and some of you are like, well, why do we have to do this? Everybody has to do this. You think this only applies to women? If you have a stutter in a fucking shooting game, everybody's on your ass in the voice chat. He's like, you're playing a game and he sees people over in the distance. He's like, there's a bank, and then there's a Bangalore over there, and then everybody in chat's like, it's not just women, okay? It's not just women. So miss me with that shit. The reason I am tweeting this is because I firmly believe the only thing that you should get banned with when it comes to multiplayer games is you cheating. That's it. Cheating is the only one. Everything else is fine. And also, if you're doing any doxing. If you're doing any doxing, that's it. Those are the only two. The reason I'm tweeting this is because I just want to ask the decent guys out there, please, you decent guys, why are you subsidizing your own simps? What is this? Don't bring them in. It's like any decent guys out there, and the decent guys out there are just like, they're like, don't get me in this. Don't get me into this. Don't get me into this. Please, if you see a girl getting harassed like this in your face at lobbies, please say something. What the Bro! They are not going to do this. They are not going to do this. They will not. Listen. If they're not getting their dick sucked, if they are not getting that poom poom, they are not going to risk it for a woman that they don't know. They don't want to be bothered. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure those nice guys that you're talking about already muted their game. It won't always stop them, but it made me feel a little better knowing that at least one of the guys on the team also realized how fucked this type of behavior is. Simps. Let's hear it.
He's on the right side. Get in there and kill him. You just naded yourself.
Dude, can you shut the fuck up when I'm trying to clutch, please?
You dumb bitch! I'm trying to clutch up. Low-key, trying to throw a grenade at my own feet. Now I'm embarrassed, so all I can do is lash out because Daddy never told me no.
God.
You did grenade yourself. Let's be honest. You did grenade yourself, okay? That's funny, okay? Alright, that's funny. You did grenade yourself.
Damn!
Bro, why? I just want one good game.
Try to have a little fun, you fucking limp dick fat fuck. He's on
And you heard the guy at the end saying like, it's like, hey man, we're trying to have a good time out here. Stop. Stop trying to be nice, okay? Stop. You're not going to get anything for being like, hey, leave that young lady alone. Stop, okay? The only time you should probably persevere as a man when it comes to a woman is when you have a weapon and it's in real life and a woman's getting hit by somebody or something like that. I mean, call the police. That would be preferable. Yell, shout. He's like, if you got a gun, point, do your thing. But when it comes to a video game, calm down, okay? Leave that big bootied white bitch alone. Stop. I think she has another one here.
Remember that one round where you dated yourself and blamed us? Sorry about that.
And then you had enough self-importance to think that anyone gives a fuck about your opinion.
I'm sorry, let me turn off the music for a second. Let me get it.
Remember that one round where you dated yourself and then blamed us? Sorry about that.
And then you had enough self-importance to think that anyone gives a fuck about your opinion. And then you think
See?
that you can get our accounts banned because you know Gabe and you're PMing him right now, feet pics.
Gaben's my best friend.
Wait till I get a hold of Valve. You're on stream.
You are doing that. He's right though. You still have this thing up. It's protected, obviously. You did put on here that you want to ban people. You did do that. See what I mean? When you go to a UFC fucking MMA training area, when you go inside a UFC training area, expect to get hit. That's just how it is. when I go and join a fucking like romance novel little meeting session with the women, I expect myself to bore myself to tears. I'm not going to be shocked. It's just going to be a whole bunch of women talking badly about their man and be like, oh my god, it's like, well, he doesn't clean anything, and oh my god, do you guys got any cake? And it's like, I come in and I already know. So I should not be surprised.
Fucking 12 viewers, and they all fucking buy my feet pics.
By the way, I'm gonna let you all know right now, this man has mentioned feet pics like 3 times. That means that gentleman probably likes feet pics. I mean, more power to him, alright?
Shut your mouth. Yellow, shut the fuck up. You're a solo queue. You're 2 and 7. You're 2 and 7.
Bro, your buddy is 8 and 4. What do you mean?
You're 8 and 4. What do you mean? I'm talking, dumbass. Open up your fucking ears.
The man's talking. Be quiet, you fat bitch.
Be quiet.
Dye your hair
Man,
again. Your dad might love you. Keep dyeing your hair and getting more piercings. Your father may care for you, brother.
Okay, he's kind of cooking me.
See, even she doesn't fucking care about this. You see what I mean? You remember when I mentioned the Prozd thing?
Hey, some weird mail came for Bebop Bebop.
Scooby-Doo, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Chat, show some love down below. But do you see what I mean when these sort of sessions with people online, they are minute. You have these sessions with these random people online, and then guess what? You go to another session or you have a smoke break, and then it doesn't even matter anymore. It doesn't. I have bouts with people on Marvel Rivals, and I have spats with people on Marvel Rivals, but when the next match comes up, I'm just like, oh, so it doesn't really even matter. It doesn't even really matter. It doesn't. None of this really matters. We're going to have spats on video games, and that's how it should be. I love it. I love the 360, Xbox 360 old school type of talking, and that's cool. That's fine. You're going to have arguments with people online, but guess what? It's not going to last forever unless you make it last forever. But anyway, I wanted to just show this. She's fine. Everybody's fine. Just calm the fuck down, Peach. Even she doesn't care because she's laughing at the end. Like, just realize it's not that big of a deal. If you're a gamer girl out there, like I said before, there's 3 options you can do. You can never play this game again, which you probably don't want to do because you spent time and money. You can mute people, or you can come in clutch and say something back to these men. And I'll be honest, I think the guys would like the third one. If you start talking smack to a guy with some good ass fucking comebacks, you not only get respect with all the other men, with all the other, because this always fucking happens, you get respect with all the other men in the lobby, and guess who's in your DMs asking you out? The guy that was insulting you. It happens every single time. The guy says, oh, go back to the kitchen. Talk to your 5 viewers. And then she says something that's fucking clutch. And everybody in the chat is laughing at him. And then he DMs you later and is like, yo, sorry about that. Anyway, you want to lock in, you want to lock into another, you want to be friends and lock in, and the next thing, and then she's gonna be like, yeah, if you don't be a fucking asshole, and he'd be like, yeah, sorry about that. So what's your name? What you got a man, or it happens all the fucking time. So yes, don't worry about it too. Seeing as you mentioned favorite UFC fighter, Silva. Yeah. God, man. Is that's him. Did I get his name wrong? Is it Silva? Yeah. No, it's the bald black dude. I forgot his. That doesn't narrow it down, does it? But yeah, I like him. He is disgusting. But yeah, that's one of my favorites. But anyway, we'll end it there. I think it's Anderson Silva. Wait. Let me check. Yeah, Anderson Silva. Yep. Yeah. I'm thinking to myself, yo, when I saw Anderson Silva fucking clip some guy with his fucking elbow, I was like, leave that nigga alone. Okay. There are some hits that you do in UFC fights where I'm just like, he's done. Leave him alone. All right, leave him alone. It's over. There are too many moments with that. There are too many fights with Anderson Silva where he'll hit somebody like there's the regular punches in the face and all this stuff, but then there are hits with the elbow or a knee, and I'm just like, it's over. Just ring the bell. Just ring the bell. Let it go. You need to leave him alone. Alright? There are certain shots where some of these UFC fighters just what's the term I'm looking for? It's criminal. Some of the hits it's not criminal, but there are certain hits where I'm just like, you see those cartoons, what is it? You remember the cripple fight in fucking South Park? Where they're just fighting each other on the ground, like the cripple fight, and then somebody finally comes out and says, alright guys, break it up. That's how I feel. Alright guys, Anderson Silva just elbowed you in the fucking eye. Yeah, it's over. We're letting it go. Yeah, we're done. Just call it, ring the bell. We're done. Speaking of fighting, we're gonna talk about Tekken for a little bit. Anybody play Tekken? I used to play Tekken when I was a kid. Okay. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode here, where nothing is easy. Warriors and wenches, how y'all doing? And God bless. It's good to have you all here. We are going to have a talk about Tekken. Tekken is a game that I haven't played in years, and I don't really go back to fighting games because, well, I suck, okay? I'm just gonna let that shit go. But I did see Tekken's characters, especially the females, and they looked alright until I looked more into it. I think what's going on with Tekken right now is basically... Let me show you. Let me give you a better vision. So, the 2.04 is the original one. And you would notice that Tekken did this whole body shit with their characters. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this? This is some Tomb Raider fucking trying to make every character androgynous bullshit. I think I know why they did this is because the characters originally would wear clothes, and then the clothes would mesh with the frames. Like, she would wear a jacket, and you wouldn't notice the shoulders. You wouldn't notice all this. But since there's a swimsuit sort of, like, deal going on right now, where they're just like, oh, they have a summer event where all you know, all the characters have like a swimsuit and shit, and then they bring them out, and then they keep that buff area of the women. Now, obviously, I don't believe that bullshit. I firmly believe they did this shit on purpose, and they didn't account for what was to come, because these characters would always wear clothing, and so it would look like they were, you know, just normal people. They were women. They were slim. The clothes would be a little, you know, they would have jackets on. But now that they're fully complete naked models, now it seems to be like they kept the bulkiness of what they were wearing. And I'm over here like, no, that doesn't make any sense. They did this shit on purpose. And now they're trying to rectify that because most fans don't really like this shit, where they have these androgynous, which is crazy to me, because the females, by the way they look, their faces, they look nice, but their body is fucking like it's like they're built like that brick from fucking Mario and shit that smashes you down and shit. And so now they're finally going back. This is Katsunohiro Harada, who is in charge of Tekken. And he says, supplementary notes on the version 2.05 update refer to image. We have corrected the issue where the bus parameters for some characters were reflecting the same values, and made adjustments to align with each character's original characters in the reference comparison GIF animation image. The comparison is at a fixed angle, so it might be a bit hard to discern, but when viewed in the actual 3D space of the game, it appears to have a different impression compared to the previous version. Additionally, for Asuka's neck area, making a large correction all at once would cause significant breakdowns, including in customization. So for the time being, we have limited adjustments for fine-tuning the shoulders, upper arms, and neck. Which, I'll be honest, it's a good thing that they're fixing this, and they're giving an increased bust size to all the female characters, which for modders, it doesn't really matter. The modders are already set. The modders have fixed everything already, okay? The modders, when Stellar Blade came out, they were like, nude mod, here you go. So the modders are fine. However, when it comes to the actual Tekken people, what they're doing right now for temporarily to keep players engaged is to lower. They know they fucked up, okay? All right, they know that they fucked up. They need to fix this. Gamers don't really care whether or not you, like, you know, oh man, we didn't account for all this, so we're gonna do this temporarily, and later on we're gonna fix all the female characters and make sure that not only their swimsuit outfit is good, but also their other costumes fit in with the new look of every female character. At least they're doing something. At least they're doing something. Because a lot of these games, talking about you, Veilguard, like, all of it was a fucking mistake. Like, it's clear to me that this right here is not what men want. It's not even what women want. And so they changed it to this one, where it's a little bit more decent. I think they should down it by... Like, this is much better, obviously, but... I would say 7% lower. 7%. Only 7% lower the shoulders and the neck right here. Yeah, lower that, and I think people will be pleasantly surprised. I think they also did this, every character, like, this is the old version, and this is the new version for every set of... Now, you guys might be looking at this like, what are we talking about? Shut up. We're talking about titties. Anyway, this is the new one. So, I like that they didn't give every chick, like, double Ds. I appreciate that. Like, Nina, obviously, bigger tits, American woman. You know, we got the, you know, characters right here. Every single character, not only did they uplift their tits just by a little bit, but they also increased it as well. I think my favorite would have to be her, Nina, and I would have to say her, the new Mishima lady. But I think this is going to go down well because at least they're doing a temporary fix. This is a temporary fix because nobody wants to see this shit. So they wanted to change this for the players. Everybody agrees that this is no. Actually, no. I'm gonna see in the comment section what they say. What I want to find the person that says who needed this. You telling me you closed the game for 3 hours to fix tits? Man, that was quick. Man, that was fast. God damn it. That was quick. What do you mean? You telling me you closed the game for 3 hours to fix this? And then he said, huh? Are you not reading anything at all? Are you okay? Apparently there's more fixes as well, but apparently they didn't really care. But it's just a it was a joke. Also, I'm exclusively an Asuka main till you bring back Miguel, so I do appreciate changes to my girl's neck. Anyway, yeah. Whatever. So what changed? What do you mean what changed? Now these people are pissing me off. Anything but fixing your shitty rock, paper, scissors game? If that's really the case, it wouldn't be surprising if you made the top 8. Whatever. Luminary says, I'll give them props for trying. There's a possibility that the rest of the game's systems, animation, or otherwise are so locked in that they may not allow for major character adjustments. Yeah, at this point, I agree. I think a company listening and doing some work is better than them saying F you. I agree. Absolutely agree. None of them have big boobs still, bro. Let's be honest, everybody. These are small pictures. This is a big picture, but it's still small. Okay? If you play the game when you get the 2.05 version, when you actually have it on your screen, I bet you'll notice the difference. And if that's not enough, mod the game. That's what I did for Stellar Blade. Chat will tell you. Chat knows what's up. No money for you. You don't know what you had till it's gone. Very, very true. DOA, Dead or Alive, knew what to do. I think the fans only talked about the female character's needs. Just a longer neck, Harada and Asuka body fix to a womanly figure, not the chest size. We're always going to talk about the chest size, man. And we're always going to want more. That's just how it is. We're always going to want more. That's how gamers and consumers work. Oh, shit. Asuka's tits are like a C cup? Man, that's great. What if you made them a D cup, though? Oh, Asuka's tits are a D cup? That's crazy. That's insane. What if you made them an H cup? You see what I mean? So I think the developers are just going to stick with the routine of what the character's sizes actually should be. I appreciate the fix. But if you want to make every character just go around with H cups, there's mods for it. Hey, yo, I came here at the right moment. I don't mind a muscle mobby, but not everyone needs to be one. That's true. That's very, very true. Not everyone. As a matter of fact, there's a trailer that we're going to watch where there is a new muscle mommy for Marvel Rivals. We'll look at that in a minute. Still lame and ugly. Look at Chun-Li in Street Fighter 6 and feel ashamed. You know what? I'll give it to him. He's kind of right. Like, I think the ladies look great in this one, but the way their hands look is kind of weird. Like, come on now. Give some love. He's kind of right. But anyway, thanks Harada-san. Can you also look into the SSS issue? The current subsurface scattering settings for female characters hides the belly button, reduce muscle definition and shadows, and add a red glow. This guy is metagaming. He's going in. This guy's a modder. Hey, it's like, hey, can you talk about the he's going in. He's like, can we talk about the real issue? This is a fucking man. I don't know what the fuck this is. Also, what the fuck is this neck? Bro, fix it. Fix all of this. All of this. This is probably 2.04. Fix all this. Get the oh god. Anyway, I appreciate the change, and this is just a temporary change until they do a whole fleshed out look for all the costumes for the females, and I think that's great. I think that's cool that the Tekken team actually took the time to do that for most gamers, and hey, thumbs up to Japan for that one. That was good. Oh my gosh. As a matter of fact, somebody said muscle mommies, right? Give me a second. Give me a second. Here we go. It's what Hobo asked for. It's the new season.
Dictum, guardian of the 8th city.
Damn.
Surrender to the hand of heaven.
God damn.
The devil doesn't kneel before false angels.
So be it.
Damn.
You are not the only one without fear!
Okay, Daredevil, I love you, and I think that's great that Daredevil is in the game, but let's talk. We gotta talk about listen. I like, you want to know what's cool about this is that they developed this female to not only look female but also still look like a woman. Because let me give you a better look at what she looks like in the game. Because do you notice that the what's this part right here? This god damn it. There's the neck right here, and then there's the shoulder blades. Yeah, the shoulder blades. Like, too much muscle? All right, fair enough. But I've seen actual women that work out that look like this, and they actually look like a woman. And then there are the trannies, okay? There's two separate ones. Like you know for a fact, oh, this is a woman, but she works out a lot. Okay, all right. But you see the other one, and you're just like, this is a man that put on a fucking wig. She's basically built like Captain America with tits. Listen, we're trying to make America great again, okay? Can you back the fuck off, all right? All right? Back the fuck up, all right? That's a proper muscle mommy. I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm not going to show you pictures, okay? Just look it up online. I'm not going to dive in that area and then all of a sudden my algorithm is like, "You're looking for muscle mommies? Are you looking for trends?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not going to do that." Then I'm going up to 200 pounds in the gym, maybe, then possibly the 400 pounds. Jesus. But I think there is a better look. Let me find it. Like, they got this whole thing where they're talking.
Email address.
I don't want to have a conversation. All I want is to look at the character. Ah, here we go.
The hand of heaven is here. Show some respect.
See, well, no. See, this is in-game. See, this is in-game. Nah, not the T-pose. Is that better? See, I'm looking at this. And then you see the ladies with giant shoulder blades. And this, I would rather be with this than the shoulder blade women in Tekken.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Show some respect.
Okay, alright, not bad. I want to also preface this as well, is that the muscles are not predominantly like her abs are not just like she has a beer gut because she used to work at, like she's clearly a man and she's just got the whole Eddie Hall shit going on where she's strong manning. You ever see those strong women? They're just basically fat women. Whatever. But she's not it. Like, she looks... Is there a way I can get the last... yeah, she looks good. Let me get it. Okay, see, like that one. Yeah, see, like the shoulder blades, just enough to be like, yeah, I do work out. And then the arms. See, obviously you're going to get the muscle mummy arms. The shoulders right up here. And if you actually look at Captain America and Thor and even Wolverine, her shoulders are not that big as those gentlemen. Even Punisher. They kept the hips. You know how many fucking video games out there where they're just like, this is clearly a man, is like dressed up as a woman? They kept the hips right here. Like, this is more Red Sonja than Red Sonja, the fucking film that just came out. This is more Red Sonja than the fucking stupid film. Big Large said, my bad. Yeah, like there's like they realize this is clearly a woman. Let's make sure that we get this straight. Yeah. If there's actually a there's probably gonna be a new team up. Is there a team? So there's a team up with her. I wish they could have both the characters standing together.
Throw a thunder spear.
I wish there was a way that, because obviously she's right over there, down there, but I'm trying to see if they could stand together. I would like to see them stand together. And yes, there's going to be a new team up with them. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. What is Cyclops going to get in this game? I love Cyclops. Okay, they're talking about team matchups. Whoa, 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 whoa. What did you just say? Wait, who's getting... Wait, Squirrel Girl's long-range poke is being toned down? Finally! Now, listen, I know Valkyrie, I know Angela was getting me rock hard, but not as much as Squirrel Girl getting a debuff. Now that really gets me hard. See, that I can appreciate. Is there a better version of... See, this is...
Angel. As a vendor,
Guys, come on now, okay? This is Lady Dimitrescu. Who complained about Lady Dimitrescu? No one did. Nobody complained about Lady Dimitrescu. We all, when we played fucking Village, we got grabbed by Lady Dimitrescu and her 3 daughters, and we were all like, whoa, where are we going? That's crazy. Is this your room? Whoa. It's like they throw you on the bed and you're like, oh no. Oh no, you got me. Caught again after the 90th time. No, I think this looks good.
and a formidable warrior.
Video game promotion.
She can shape her
It's not bad. You know what one that I did not like? That giant lady, the giant lady in fucking Street Fighter 6, the female fucking Russian lady. That's way too much. That was way too much. You remember that? The one with Misaka or something like that? The redheaded like Russian lady that's basically female, like female, what's it called? Female Zangief. I was like, this is too much.
icos, a type of living fluid, into various weapons, wielding them with unparalleled skill.
See, I would rather see
Angela
this.
can take the fight to the skies.
Okay, shut up. I don't understand what the fuck you're saying. Are we all in agreement now? Okay. Are we all in agreement now? Okay, alright. As long as we're all together, we're standing tall, if you know what I mean. We're all in the same boat. Okay. Good to know. I'll talk about KCD in a minute. What is this? So, RTS has been fully acquired by Saudi Arabian megacity project. So basically, Pokimane, Twitch streamer Pokimane now co-owns Evo, an iconic fighting game tournament, and then she pretty much sells it to the Saudis, and then the LGBTQ and themes will probably get banned. They'll probably get banned. It's not a probably, it will get banned. That's fucking hilarious. I think Pokimane might be a good person, actually. That's crazy. So Saudi Arabia owns Evo now. Don't be going in there with no furries now. You can't do that anymore. You can't do that now. He said, oh man, Saudi Arabia has fully acquired Evo. That's fucking hilarious, man. Bro. Okay, alright, let's continue. That's fucking they are gonna hate that. Free Palestine! We're getting all the LGBT stuff out of fucking Evo. Wait a minute. I thought you were the good guys. Let me stop. Alright, I want to talk about this. This is really important. I want to talk about this. Alright. Okay. Okay. Hopefully the music's not too loud. Alright, and then after this, I want to talk about KCD2. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing is easy. Here to bring another hard rant for you today. Warriors and wenches, how y'all doing? And God bless. We are going to dive into a hard rant pertaining to GameSpot, talking about Silksong, and you won't believe what they have to say. So, will you still buy Silksong even if it has no review on launch? And I'm just like, what do you mean? I don't know. I've been hearing a few people actually have early review codes, except GameSpot, and probably not even IGN. But here it goes. It's unlikely Silksong will have any reviews before launch. Team Cherry won't be sending out early access codes to media outlets. So that means they sent them out to everybody else. We're talking streamers and YouTubers or Rumblers. Partly so reviewers don't get to play it before those who backed the original game on Kickstarter. Fucking based. Fucking based. I would like to read the whole thing on this. So we're gonna. This is from Jason Schreier on Blue Sky. Get the fuck out of here, Jason Schreier. I fucking hate this guy, man. Oh God, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So here's the funny thing: is you don't hate game journalists enough. They think they have the privilege to. If you got a video game, they should be able to get a review code before the game comes out. When they could literally just buy the game on launch. Is like every other normal person. They need to slowly realize that they could be replaced by AI like that. The only reason that they're not getting a review code is probably because the Kickstarters and the backers are come first, and they come first, and not only that, they probably only want to focus on the players. This is an indie developer. They are so focused on the players. You have no idea how hardcore indie developers are when it comes to their own fan base. They will go they will move heaven and earth for their own players because they realize that GameSpot, IGN, Polygon, fucking Kotaku, they know they're not gamers. Everybody knows that these outlets are not gamers. So they focus on the people that help them first, and then they want to focus on actual people that play their game and actually finish their game. This is why. So they need to slowly realize that GameSpot is not going to be GameSpot, IGN. This is not the end of something like this happening. There's going to be other indie games that come out and they don't give copies to GameSpot and IGN. Well, why would I give you a review code for my game when you've not only lambasted other gamers, lied and gave people misinformation, is you have DEI initiatives, and you don't really play video games anyway. You don't even finish them. If I remember correctly, they're not. You remember that one time that a game journalist couldn't even get through a Cuphead tutorial? You remember that shit? You remember the time that the IGN was wondering where the females are in Black Myth Wukong, and everybody that played the game was like, "You mean in Chapter 3 where there's literally 6 females?" You see what I mean? They need to slowly realize that the end is nigh. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Because they think they have this sort of privileged, this sense of entitlement in their voice. So let's go ahead and continue this. Let's see what people say. Journalists finding out they're irrelevant. Love it. I will review it on my own. No need for paid actors. There are paid actors. I like that one. I don't care about critics anyway. Nobody does. Nobody does. If it's a game, I'll try it. That's pretty much it. If it's a game, I'll try it. Yes, because why should some random person in a media company get it before the people who have been waiting 12 years since the original Kickstarter? Fucking exactly. Yeah, I never read or view reviews before I buy a game. Never. I see reviews as spoilers that diminish the game experience. They kind of do that. Where, actually, they have done that. Where they're like, here's a review of the game. And they'll literally show you, like, the ending boss out of fucking nowhere. It'll be, like, literally 5 seconds in the video. And they'll be like, this is what we did in this game, and this is the vibe that we're getting from the game. And I'm just like, bro, you're showing me the fuck. Was that the last boss? Oh, that's what happens? Oh, she dies? Why the fuck are you doing that? What the fuck? Like, when I did a review for KCD 2, I only showed you a side mission. That's it. I only showed you a side. No. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I showed the main mission. Yep. No, I take that back. I know why I messed up with my review for KCD 2 is because I was doing the main mission. That's why I didn't get that many views. The reason that I didn't get that many views for KCD 2 was because the timing and the fact that I was showing spoilers on the main mission. That's why. That's my own fault. That's just how it is. And then I moved on and said, you know what? Don't do that again. And that's it. But there's too many, there's too many of these IGN and Polygon and GameStop videos where they're just like, we'll just show you some random combat. And I'm just like, you're fighting a pivotal boss. Where it's like, you're fighting the ally, you're fighting the bad guy that I thought was an ally. And then you're showing me you're literally showing me a spoiler. There's a lot of spoilers I know there's spoilers with trailers, but sometimes IGN likes to do this thing where it's not only the trailer was spoilerish, but the reviews were spoilerish as well. No one cares what game journalists think. Nobody does. You guys gave Metal Gear Solid a 9 despite the performance issues. Media reviews aren't reliable, so yes. They only got some occasional hitching in cutscenes. That's not odd what do you mean odd visual glitch here and there? Who says this? You're a GameSpot reviewer. You're supposed to be set into a higher. You need to realize if you're privileged enough to be working at GameSpot, you have to set yourself. You need to set an example for yourself and not add. There's good and then there's the bad. The bad is the odd visual glitch here and there. What does that even mean? The odd visual glitch here and there? Don't you mean bad performance? You see what I'm saying? Nobody's really standing for this. And people are happy that IGN, GameSpot, Polygon, all these people are not getting reviews. It's because they don't really stand for gamers anymore. If anything, they're probably wondering what Elon Musk and Trump is doing more than what the game industry is doing. This is Jason Schreier, by the way. We're talking about the guy that said, it's like, oh, with Veilguard, where it's like, up top of the charts, that bitch, and then he deleted that shit. You remember what he said about Veilguard? I remember what the fuck he said. And now he's pretending like he didn't say it? No, we all know. We all know. Hell, Jason Schreier's not even gonna play the game. Jason Schreier don't play video games anymore. Okay, he writes books and then he talks about feet pics. Okay, that's all he does. So I'm okay with this. Just suck it up, Buttercup. That's just how it is. That's all I gotta say. Oh, and then we got Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We are going to watch a little bit of this, not too much. No, No, I don't think I want to. No. No. I don't want to. Because I want the DLC to be... No. You know what? We'll do it. Let's watch. I'll do it. We'll watch it. Let's go ahead.
And the features and whatnot, that some people love the stuff and some people are not so fond of it. But on the other hand, I think the great strength of KCD is that you don't have to do any of the mini games in order to
Legacy of the Forge.
Exactly.
Loads of them. What we don't like to force you into like specific aspects of the game.
Exactly. And people were afraid that this is like a blacksmithing DLC.
No, the DLC gives you a lot. First, regarding the name, just a little tiny spoiler. It's a tiny one. You might know.
Should I hear this spoiler? Should I hear this? So.
Know that your adoptive father, or Henry's adoptive father, used to have a forge or worked in Gutenberg.
Martin, right?
Martin, yeah. Exactly. So we wanted to give you like a strong story.
That's fine.
Which is in the DLC, and we wanted to for you to be explore what your father actually did in Gutenberg and how that went, and if he left some unfinished work that you could finish. And that's exactly what will happen in this DLC. So that's why it's Legacy of the Forge. So if you just enjoy the stories we tell, this DLC is for you, definitely. There'll be a strong story that you can just follow the story, enjoy it, everything you're used to from, Warhorse Studios and Kingdom Come. But we also...
There's always a but.
Yes.
But
we wanted to give you something new that hasn't been in the game yet. And we know that the first DLC for Kingdom Come 1 from the Ashes was very popular. So we wanted to do something similar. So we will give you an actual forge that you will be able to manage and improve. And there's a lot of activities around that. So if you want to if you maybe don't really want to do more quests, you don't have to that much. You can just enjoy building your own place in Gutenberg.
Okay,
nice.
That sounds good. And as a matter of fact, I even have because some people mentioned what happened with the music. I'm just turning it on and off because I was like skipping between screens here, and I forgot that I'm messing with the music. But as a matter of fact, since you talked about it, we have a little new teaser. So let's check it out. Just in case.
We'll watch a little bit of this.
Honored friends, masters of the Blacksmith's Guild, let me introduce a young master of our craft and new owner of Gutenberg's old forge, Henry of Skalitz.
Ready? We can begin.
Nice.
So nicely placed over there.
Exactly.
As
it
always.
needs to be there. It improves everything.
But I think you mentioned it already, and it was visible in this little teaser. So
Yo! Oh, I get it. I've been here before. I did a mission. I've walked down this road so many times. So that building that was broke down was part of the forge. I was wondering because I was like, I couldn't get inside this building. And I was just like, what the fuck? I can't get inside this building. Now I know why. Okay, now the pieces are falling together.
So this DLC is not about blacksmithing per se. As a matter of fact, you only have to blacksmith twice in this entire DLC, where you really have to. But as you saw already in the teaser, you as Henry are you're joining the Blacksmith Guild of Gutenberg.
Nice.
They will take you in, but it's like a bit like a driving license. They will give you a practical and a theoretical test, and
but even that test, you can cheat it.
Ah, there you go. Then you have only one time where you have to cheat to forge in this in the main quest. But as you saw, there's a huge main quest involved that is concerned around the astronomical clock of Gutenberg, which we will tell you later. First of all, let's talk to this gentleman here. What can I do for you, good man?
What can I do for you, good man?
I came to ask you something, Master. Would you say you're more of a swordsmith or an ordinary blacksmith?
I can forge anything, bro.
I can forge anything. Just say what you need.
Confident, I see. I like that.
See,
I
confidence is
recently
my
became
second
a
name.
member of the Kutenberg Sword Fighting Guild. Well, I don't want to brag, but I feel like I keep getting better. I used to fight using a sword from Master Matthias of Saz. Only, as I'm sure you know,
Matthias of
he's a bit of a
Saz.
hothead. The other day,
You feel like this kind of covering of stuff ruins the mystery? It's like movie trailers. I bloody hate them. You think we should stop right here and just wait until the DLC? I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. We can just watch this when we actually play it all together. I'm okay with that. You know what? That's fine. I can do that. We will play the DLC instead of watching the DLC. I think that's better. No, we can. I think it would be better because I think it's just that it's a bad marketing from the company, in my opinion. Yeah, you have a point. I think it, but you have to remember it's completely an option. And if you want to watch that that stream, you can watch it at your own risk. The literal stream that I just showed you, it tells you, hey, we're showing you Legacy of the Forge. We're showing you a teaser. And if you want to watch that, that's fine. If you don't, then don't. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. But anyway, we are going to end it right here for now. Thank you so much for joining me, my hard rant, guys. I do appreciate it. We will, but I don't want to show you guys the game, especially for you KCD 2 lovers out there. We're not going to show it to each other. We're just going to wait until the game comes out. Then we're going to play on hardcore, and then we'll have 2 DLCs under our belt. We have a lot of good games coming out this September. Be looking forward to that. I can't wait to. We're probably going to play some more video games a little bit later. So yeah, I think we're going to play Metal Eden here in a second. And yeah, if you want to watch that stream, it's coming here in like an hour. Give me an hour, and yeah, we'll play some more Metal Eden. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see you guys later. Peace. God bless.